This is Lennon here, reporting with Zimlink at the Zimbabwe Embassy. And I'm here with Glorianne. Glorianne, thank you so much for it.
Thank you, it's a pleasure.
Just to start off, how did you find the event?
Well, I was hosting, so I have a different perspective on it. The whole intention of the event was to raise money, and that's exactly what we did. I am so proud of the outcome for today, and I felt that His Excellency the Ambassador did an excellent job in the fundraising. So I'm part of the committee in terms of planning the event, and we were quite nervous because it was last minute, it was short notice, but people came out and it was really amazing the way people just pledged. So I'm really proud of today, really proud.
What other ways do you think Zimbabweans in the diaspora can contribute to assisting Zimbabweans at home?
Well, I think this is the starting point, and I think you heard a lot of people come on stage and say one of the things they love about the ambassador is that he uses the open door policy. So we were involved in raising money for the Zimbabwe Olympians, and it all started from there. And then the thing is, people don't realize how giving people are. They just need to be able to have a platform where they can do it. And the platform is starting from our own home, the embassy. So to see the ambassador actively getting involved in raising funds, everybody else wants to be on board because he is actually setting the platform. He's being a role model and being an example. He's not saying, come on guys, raise the money. He's saying, I'm raising the money. Please help me, hold my hand, and let's do it together. So, absolutely proud of him.
What kinds of challenges have been faced in trying to involve people in these kinds of events?
I think getting sponsorship has been very difficult because people, people have been, although people are now embracing the Zimbabwe Embassy because of the open door policy, in the past people have been skeptical about where the money goes and everything. But they've seen we've been openly raising money, we've been openly donating it, like what we did with the Olympians. We openly donated the money to them. We accounted for all the money. And like today, it was a joint venture with the Rotarians of Westminster. And if you notice, every single penny that was donated was handed to the chairperson of the Rotary Club. So I think it's about people beginning to build that trust that the money is going to go to exactly where the money is being raised for.
Okay. So what words of encouragement do you have to Zimbabweans in the diaspora, Africans in the diaspora, in terms of what role they can play in contributing to development back home?
Well, I think in terms of words of encouragement, what I would say is that we need to continue to be a community. You know, there's still that lack of community, that lack of Ubuntu, as we would call it. And I think people need to be able to get together like we've done today. And you know, the more people you get together, the more ideas you come out of there, and we'll be able to create an amazing event like we did today. Spirit of Ubuntu, that's what I say.
Thank you so much, Gloria, for your time, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, I'm here with Mandy. Mandy, how are you?
I'm all right, thanks. And you?
How did you find the event?
It's been an eye-opener, and it was a successful event, and it was nice to see people from all over Africa, people from the United Kingdom coming together to work together to support communities in Africa. I found that very, very impressive, actually, that people still have time to think about other people, to think about children who are underprivileged. So it was an excellent event.
Yes, what role do you think Zimbabweans and Africans in the diaspora can play in assisting and working with Zimbabweans at home?
Well, I think everybody needs to, first of all, remember that they are Zimbabweans. They need to identify with their nation, and they need to take the time out to find out what is going on back home, what role you can play as an individual, how you can give back to society. Just because we've moved here doesn't necessarily mean that we're no longer part of Zimbabwe. We are Zimbabweans, and we need to continue to find ways to improve our nation, because I think we came here for a purpose, and that purpose is to learn more and to find out ways in which we can improve our country. So I think each person has the responsibility really to find out how they can give back to the Zimbabwean society.
Okay, have you been involved in any diaspora engagement organizations?
Well, I think I'm also someone who was very caught up in my work and I was too busy to find time to do anything. But lately, and that's why I'm actually here today, I think I'm more available. I've decided to make myself more available and see what I can do as an individual. I know it might not be as much as I want to, but if I work harder, I'm sure I'm going to interlink and find ways in which I can do much more for the bigger society.
Yes, Mandy, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you very much.
I'm here with Councillor Luguda. Councillor, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for asking me to have an interview with you.
How did you find the event?
The event was very, very interesting. It was nice to see the spirit of giving, because when we are doing something like this, we want people to be able to give, because it was a worthwhile cause, because of this school that Ambassador is trying to do. We have to support it as much as we can, and I'm so happy to see people supporting it tonight. Yes.
In what other ways do you see Zimbabweans and other Africans in the diaspora playing a role in working with Zimbabweans or Africans back at home?
Well, I think we do a lot anyway, because I think we help with the economy because we send money home all the time. But I think what it is about getting used to giving to charity. And I think what I said this evening is that we should try and set up direct debits to schools or wherever we are supporting, so that every month you feel in yourself that you are contributing to something that is worthwhile, that will make a difference to people in Zim. Yeah.
What kinds of challenges do you see hindering those kinds of partnerships between Zimbabweans in the diaspora and institutions in Zimbabwe or individuals in Zimbabwe?
Well, as you know, developing countries, we've got a long way to go. It's about learning from us, and we too learning from them. Some of the things we do here are very different from the way they do it at home, but it's about all of us trying to work together. Some of us being peers and mentors to make sure that we work with others for good governance. I think it's about good governance. So it's about teaching others, because at one time I was asked to be a peer mentor to go to Zim, to go and teach other councillors how to not to govern properly, but how to do proper governance. Because in this country, it's different. The political situation and the political is different, but there's so much we can learn from each other. Yeah.
Words of encouragement, support, messages that you have for Zimbabweans in the diaspora at home?
No, I want to make a difference for Zimbabwe, because that's where I've come from, that's where I got my upbringing from, and that's where I got my values from. So Zimbabwe is always passionate to me. I've been a councillor for 16 years. I've got my MBE, I've got my freedom of the City of London, and it's through my upbringing from Zimbabwe that I've achieved what I've achieved. And I want to give back to the people in Zimbabwe. That's why I was so happy with Ambassador Machinga. That has opened way for us here to be able to contribute what we've learned in this country and to contribute to make a difference at home.
Councillor, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm here with Charles. Charles, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, Lennon, how are you?
Okay, I'm good, I'm good. How did you find the event?
Very inspiring, you know, being African and this happening in the UK for a school in Mutare, you know, that's very inspiring. And I was really happy because we have so many people from different backgrounds, different religions and all that supporting the cause, and I'm really happy about it. Yeah.
How else do you think Zimbabweans in the diaspora can work, or Africans in the diaspora can work to assist Zimbabweans at home?
I honestly feel Zimbabweans in the diaspora are well equipped to be able to help back home, be it with advice or investment or anything of that sort. But we need to engage the people back home and try and do the same thing that was happening here. Because if you see people from Ghana, India and everywhere supporting the cause, why can't we as Zimbabweans join up and try and do the same thing on a bigger level, if you understand what I mean.
Yes, yes. What kinds of challenges do you think have been faced in trying to bring Zimbabweans together for similar causes?
From a political point of view, I think there's doubt within people when it comes to corruption and things that have happened before, of which I understand that as well. But I'm thinking we are a family, right? Let's resolve all these problems together. Let's find a way. If you know something, come forward. We work together. Because to tell you the truth, people back home are really trying. But as people in the diaspora, we have so much exposure, we have gained so much expertise, so much knowledge that we can share back home. We don't really need to go back. We can easily engage them from here.
Yes. Charles, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy the rest of your evening and wish you the best in all your other endeavors.
Okay, thank you, Lena. Okay, big up Steamlink. Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with Brian. Brian, thank you for your time. How are you?
I'm all right, and you?
Yeah, I'm good, I'm good. How did you find the event?
The event was all right. For me, it's a very special event because, Chiroa Kamwe is a school that is in Mutare, Dangamvara, where I come from. So I'm quite happy that, people have taken the initiative to come together, put up, a bit of funds to build a library for the children, and it's going to go a long way in helping out a lot of, children in one of deprived areas in Zimbabwe. Yeah.
What are the ways do you think Zimbabweans in the diaspora or Africans in the diaspora can work with other people to assist people back home or to work with people back home?
I think, we're very fortunate to be able to come over to the diaspora, and, we need to use that advantage because we've got a lot of exposure here, where we've got a lot of, education, and what we need to do is try and export that back, to Zimbabwe, and we also have to, create synergies with people back home to work together on projects that will help to, uplift our people back home.
Any words of encouragement, messages to Zimbabweans, to the Africans?
Yeah, what I would like to say is, every journey starts with the first step, and as Zimbabweans, we are going through a phase, whether politically, economically, but one thing that I would like to say is, let's just strive. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's not a train coming to run over us, but it's a light at the end of the tunnel. So we need to focus and make sure we come together. One thing that we need to do as Zimbabweans is to join hands and pull together. We have a lot of people who want to work as individuals or who have what they call the PhD attitude, pull him down attitude. We don't need that. We need to come together and work together and make sure, we prosper as a nation.
Yes. Brian, thank you so much for your time and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
I'm Felicia, the tourism officer for Zimbabwe in the United Kingdom. I'm saying visit Zimbabwe, our world of wonders. Thank you.
From the motherland, raised on the African soil.